So back when Blizzard first announced Diablo Immortal as a mobile-only game, it was met with a lot of hate from the Diablo community, mainly because many had gone out to BlizzCon in person to see a new mainline game, i.e. Diablo 4. I, on the other hand, was very, very excited, but at the same time I didn't spend $5,000 to go and see it in person. Now, while some are very unhappy, I feel as though a mobile game is a step in the right direction for Diablo. We finally got Diablo on consoles with Diablo 3, which was great. I felt it was no longer just a PC exclusive. And I feel like Diablo Immortal is just going to be a very, very good game for quite a few different reasons. So the main reason that most people are going to hate Diablo Immortal is because of the in-app purchases. Now, I haven't played it myself, but throughout my research, I've come to find that you can enjoy this game without spending a dime. I, on the other hand, like how they are handling certain things in Diablo Immortal when it comes to the in-app purchases. First of all, I like the Battle Pass. I'm a huge fan of cosmetics. I love being able to customize my character. I like being able to make my character different. And I can justify spending $5 to $10 a month on a game that I am enjoying. So I know already that I'll be getting the Battle Pass in that game. Now, I understand why some people are a little upset when it comes to the PvP aspect, and you'll have people whose pockets go deeper than most, and they'll be able to spend tons of money, and they'll be able to just run wild on the leaderboards. But I don't play Diablo for a PvP experience. I play it for a PvE experience, which is why I don't mind shelling out a few dollars every month, and I plan to. Now, while we're speaking about cosmetics, I feel as though it's something Diablo 3 always lacked. While you could transmog your gear, I never felt as though the sets looked very good. They lacked a lot of detail, they lacked a lot of personality, and you saw lots of other sets just like it because there were select few. Now, it's still early on for Diablo Immortal. They haven't released everything, all of their ideas, all of their cosmetics, because it is still ongoing and it's something that will change over time. But I did see a picture of a Necromancer set, which I will put on screen somewhere. And I love it. It's already, even though it's early on, it hadn't even been released yet, it is cooler than any Necromancer skin that is in Diablo 3, hands down. And they even had another update that showed how different pieces of gear will evolve over time. So they showed this gear on like a Barbarian, Wizard, Necromancer, and over time, it begins to, I want to say, glow. It just changes appearance over time as you leveled your character up, which I thought was something really, really cool. Another place that people are concerned when it comes to Diablo Immortal is the fact that it's touchscreen. Not everyone can play on a touchscreen all the time whenever they want to play a game. I get it. I'm the same way. I don't want to, but you're not limited to a touchscreen on this game. You can buy a mount for an Xbox controller and you can play it that way. You can even get a Razer Kishi like I have here. I love this thing. Stretches out, you put your phone in it. They make it for iOS, they make it for Android, and it essentially turns your phone into a Nintendo Switch, essentially. It, backs out of here, opens up, put your phone inside of it, and you've got a Nintendo Switch. And not to mention, but they also announced that it will be coming out on PC as well, which is another pretty big thing because now you have crossplay for the first time in the history of Diablo. And it's not only because of crossplay, but it's cross progression. Something that, as someone who has Diablo 3 on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, I really appreciate the fact that I can play on computer, mobile, and I'll be able to pick up where I left off. Now, while I won't always have this thing with me, whenever I'm out and about with the family, if I can pull my phone out and play for a little bit on touchscreen, just the fact that I'm able to play Diablo on the go like that means a lot to me personally. Now, I know I already touched on cosmetics, but there's another area of cosmetics that I want to touch on. So, in previous games, in Diablo 3 specifically, you were able to choose male, female for your class, but you weren't able to customize how your character looked. Diablo 2, the classes were already male, female. which we know. We've played it, we get it. But with Diablo 4 announced and they've been showing off different features of it, I'll put something on screen here showing the character customization on Diablo 4. It looks really, really good. For the first time, you're able to customize how your character looks, not only in terms of gear, but also in terms of their facial features, their hair, their skin tones, things of that nature. And Diablo Immortal, from what I've seen so far, while it doesn't go as in-depth as Diablo 4, you do have different skins that you can put on. So I think in one video I saw there were like 3 for each class for both male and female. 3 female, 3 male for each class, which is really, really cool. It gives you even more individuality, which, as I said, I like. That's a win for me. So one area that I'm worried about when it comes to Diablo Immortal is the end-game portion of Diablo Immortal. And that's because in game, we're all familiar. You run rifts, you find new loot, you level up. That's when you begin to have a lot of fun with the game and you begin to grind really hard on the game. My fear is that Blizzard will lock rifts and everything of that sort, or the Diablo Immortal equivalent to rifts behind a paywall. So I could definitely see them allowing you to play to a certain extent, and then as you get to the end, it's, well, how much money are you willing to pay to continue leveling up this character, which would really, really suck. I hope that they don't do that, because I love Diablo 3. One thing I love about Diablo 3 is I've played it for 10 years. I've run rift after rift after rift. I remember playing on launch day. I remember waiting up all night when Reaper of Souls was going live. And I love playing, Diablo 3 with my fiance, with my friends, with everyone. Running rifts is a lot of fun. So if I can't do that on Diablo Immortal, that is the in-game content. There's nothing there after you level your character up. So that would really, really suck. That would ruin Diablo as we all know it. Now, I may be a little biased to Diablo 3 as it was my first Diablo game, but I really, really do love Diablo 3. A lot of people gave it hate for its cartoony graphics. I, on the other hand, thought it looked really cool. I liked it a lot. I know that Immortal's having the same graphic style as Diablo 3, which I don't mind, and we've already seen Diablo 4. Again, I'll put some Diablo 4 material up here for you to see. So we know that they're going back to a more realistic art style, or duller colors. It's just a really, really good looking game, and I like that. But at the same time, I'm not mad that 3 and Immortal have this cartoony style. I like that about them, in all honesty. So which game is superior? That's really going to depend on Blizzard and how much of Diablo Immortal is locked behind a paywall. We already know that people with deep pockets are going to dominate PvP, but most of us aren't here for PvP. Most of us want to PvE. We want to play together, level up, we want to find new loot, and we want to kill bad guys. That's what I'm personally here for, so I don't really care about PvP. I don't care if you have to pay to win in PvP, because I don't care to play it, so I won't be paying. I won't participate in PvP much at all. So at the end of the day, I really have high hopes for Diablo Immortal. I know people around me are tired of hearing me bring it up. So in reality, we won't know how good or bad it is until it does come out in a few weeks. So until then, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think Diablo Immortal is going to be better than Diablo 3. Even though it is a mobile game, it's not a full-fledged release. It is free to play, but I still have high hopes for it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this video. Subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.